I.Eat.Games, yeah.
Hey, Vault Hunters, Mark here, and we are working on the Graveward. And man, this is a big, long fight, but it's not too bad. It's not too hard. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple things here, a couple tips that'll help you through this. So he has one big, huge, long health bar, tons of hit points, no shield, no armor. We're not going to have to worry about that stuff. You want a fast-shooting pistol or maybe an assault rifle. Assault rifles tend to work the best because they're a little sharper in distance. We're going to shoot. He has a lot of yellow spots. We're going to aim for those critical weak points. He has a lot of AOE attacks. I'm going to show you how to avoid those. The arena will shift, but it always shifts to the right. You will always slide to the right. I'll show you how to handle that. He has a laser beam that he fires across the arena, and I'm going to show you how to slide through that. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you how to slide through that. So you can see his weak spots right there in the yellow. By the way, I make a ton of mistakes in this video, and I'm going to show you what not to do as well. Anyway, right off the bat, we're sliding to the right like we always do. There's a little ditch. If you see the map up here, I'm gonna zoom in, bring it up. See those two spots right there? Those are two spots where you could hang. The left one is a pretty good one, but I tend to like the right one because he will slide you right into AOE. And if you hang out on the right, you can avoid it. So if you're ever sliding and you feel like you can't quite run to the hole, if you jump or run, clicking the stick, it's an easy way to sort of power your way through into these holes. Now, those two huge green acid balls, there's always two, and you can avoid them. Once two land, then you can go. Now, you could see the ground tingling. You could see half the arena's on fire. There's the healthy side on the other side, the safe side, I mean. He will always split the arena in half, either horizontally or vertically. So you kind of have to look down at the ground and see where he's going to attack. Over here, there's another one of those foxholes. That's the one on the left. I prefer not to go into that one. I like the one on the right the most. Again, because sometimes what he'll do is he'll slide you into some of his AOE. So you can see the line there. He's cut the arena horizontally. So just try to stay out of it. Try to be aware of what's happening on the ground. You can see the sparkles on the left-hand side there. And you just it's kind of tough. It depends on what field of view you're playing with, of course, but it's kind of tough at times when you're dealing with ads and stuff like that. So just try to be aware of what ground is tingling. Now, his green like vomit attack always happens at the very front. To me, it's probably his easiest attack to sort of defend against because you just have to pull back. And it's a really great time to sort of unleash and just keep pounding him with attacks. Now here we go, we're sliding again. So like I said, if you feel like you're not quite able to run over there, try to run and jump to break the slide. There go the two balls of poison. Once you see two balls land, because remember, you're kind of crouching in that hole. Once you see two go by, then you can hop out and start attacking again. Now, also, when he slams down his hand like that, you can see right there, that's another critical spot. It's just another easier way to sort of hit a critical spot. I'm gonna zip this up here because I actually got really tired of this weapon halfway through his first health bar here, and so or the first phase of his health bar here, and I switched over to another weapon. I actually don't love this weapon either. I spent, I don't know, like an hour looking for another rifle or assault rifle, and this is the only one I could come up with that was, I just didn't feel like grinding it out. So. But it's good enough, and it does a decent amount of damage. Anyway, so when he slams his hand into the wall, into the ground, he will have a weak point on his hand that you could sort of aim at, but they all do the same. Any yellow spot is going to be a critical spot. There he goes again with the vomit, so we're going to sort of back up and let him do his thing, take care of those ads. Remember, if you go down, if you need a second wind, those ads are what's going to save your life. They're going to bring you back up. Now, once he does hit, once he gets past one of his three phases, his head's going to slam down on the ground. You're going to be able to sort of unload. So try to save your special abilities for when he's got his head down. Of course, that depends on your recharge. But there he goes. You can see he went down. So just try and unleash hell as much as you can and get as much damage in there as possible. He's only there for a couple seconds. It's not really that long, but it's long enough that you can get some damage on him. So this beam it's a vertical beam, and if you're on the left-hand side, you would slide through that fire and take damage. So that's why I recommend kind of staying on the right-hand side here. So here come the attacks. We're going to run in. We're going to crouch. I see 2 balls there. Now we're going to climb out, and then we're just going to rinse, repeat, and we're going to go ahead and aim for those yellow spots and just keep going. Now, when you see this big beam, he's going to do this sweeping laser attack. Don't do what I do. Power slide through the laser. Don't just... Don't do what I do and just stand there and get torched. I have no idea what I was thinking here. In fact, I do that like twice, I think, in this fight. It's terrible. But yeah, it's better if you sort of run towards it and power slide it. Sometimes it's hard to do that because, you know, you're going to be standing on the side where the laser is. You can go on the outside of the arena as well to avoid that laser. So, like I said, keep avoiding the ads, keep aiming for the yellow spots, keep going for those critical hits, and try to keep some awareness within the arena because he's going to light half of it up with his AoE attacks. Now, these attacks as well, you can see there's this sort of black filter around them. So those attacks will shoot out, I didn't get a good shot of it there, but they'll shoot out these fireballs, and they're actually, they don't shoot out that much, but it's just something to be aware of with those kinds of attacks. Most of this fight I preferred, you could see them sort of drop right there. Most of these attacks I prefer to just keep my distance from them. There are some strategies out there where you're kind of up in his face and you're throwing, you know, ceramic pipe bombs and grenades and stuff, but I just prefer to sort of stay back, keep my distance, get a good assault rifle or a pistol, and just keep unloading on him. Keep going, do not relent. And so here we go, slide, go back into the foxhole, crouch, wait for the green corrosion balls, or poisonous balls, corrosion balls, and hop out and then go in, take more shots on him. So he's a once you get the rhythm down, like most boss fights, he's pretty easy to take down. Now, by the way, if you encounter that he has any elemental resistances, because I don't think he does, but if he does, please comment below so other people will hear about it and be aware of it. But I don't think he has any resistances. Okay, so there are the 2 green balls. We're gonna hop out. We're gonna aim right there, and you can see we're about a third. Oh, you can see here comes one of the sweeping lasers. Now, you can see I avoided it by going all the way back in the arena, but I was off to the side as well. So I believe if you go in front far enough as well, if you find yourself up there, you can also, I think you can also avoid it, but I did not confirm that. But I think if you're on the outskirts of the arena, you can avoid that laser attack, that sweeping laser attack. You just gotta be careful because if he tilts the arena immediately, you might slide off. So try to be aware of that. Here it goes. So this is a perfect opportunity where I should have a power slid through that laser, and I just didn't do it. I don't know why. I'm not sure why I did that. But once you get down to the last third of his health, then that's when he's really gonna pick up the pace with his attacks. He's gonna start slamming things down more. He's gonna do more of AoE attacks. Although the ads don't seem to increase at all. The ads actually seem to. There's always seems to be 2. And there always seems to be coming at the same sort of rate, so you don't really have to worry about them. I'm also curious what weapon you're using and how effective it is. Like I said, I really, really wish I would have had a better weapon against this guy. So far, this is the longest fight out of all the boss fights, but not the hardest. Definitely not the hardest. Okay, so we're nearing the end here. He just did a huge sweeping attack, and I stood there just staring at it. Fortunately, I have a really powerful shield, as you can see. So I have a lot of, let's see, almost 3,000 points in my shield, which is quite a bit. And here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. It does help me out quite a bit. Thanks for checking out my video, and good luck.
Give it a try. You may want to stand back. As I said, experimental tech.
Tannis, are you okay?
Just a little more. Ah, excellent, it worked. I told Lilith it would.